So it looks good, it looks appetizing, this one, how it tastes.
It's a bit like going to school and seeing the headmaster. You go, oh, I hope he likes my work.
I wouldn't have done a boiled egg, I would have done a poached egg.
Yeah.
And you would have had something absolutely marvelous. A bit of crouton for texture would have been also very nice as well.
You seem to generally pick it to pieces.
It's a bit mono flavors.
Do you want any Worcester sauce?
No, I'm very happy with that.
Aid. Back in the kitchen.
I'm learning. Only a trainee chef.
We wanted so much to cook something that would please him that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. This is toast with shallots and Parmesan cheese, and then I did some crab. If I'd done it at home, I would have just done it the way I like it, but I tried to think of how he would like it.
It looks simple, deceitfully simple, but the textures are lovely. If you had done a bit more generous with the crab, put it on here, it's much nicer.
I was kind of afraid to go overboard and kind of didn't turn out like I wanted it to.
I'm making several huge errors in a row.
Oh, don't worry, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's the blind leading the blind for the greatest chefs in the world.
Still to come, Raymond Blanc gives his verdict.
It looks a bit like the blood of Christ, no? It's
Yeah.
very strong, very red vermilion.
And the battle lines are drawn.
So, two teams. The yellow team, the red team.
I think between the three of us, we've got it covered.
I think my team has the edge.
Welcome back to the Hell's Kitchen final. There is much merriment at this table. Let me go to Justin from Colin and Justin. Who are you voting for?
Well, do you know what, Claudia? I've got to say, I feel like I'm in the middle of a boxing ring because we've got Linda Evans on one side, a major international camp soap opera icon, and then you come across to the other side, you've got lovely Aid, but his wife is this incredible comedy camp icon, so I just can't make up my mind. I'm kind of thinking Linda because of the lips.
OK, all right.
I'm with you for Linda.
OK, thank you very much, and now, of course, I'll go to Colin.
Baby, I am a major 1980s dynasty mega bitch in shoulder pads. Linda has to win!
Go, Linda!
Go, Linda!
Thank you very much. No more alcohol on this table. Thank you, the blowing kisses. Let me go to Duncan, who is hopefully slightly more sober. Who will you be voting for?
I'm not wearing shoulder pads, but, you know, they're both lovely people, but I think I'm going for Linda. She's lovely.
OK, you're going to go for Linda. I have to go to your wife because I think there's a disagreement in your house.
Absolutely. I'm out, Duncan. I'm going to go with Adrian.
OK.
He's my star.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Sorry to disturb your custard tot. Back to Marco's mission. Aid and Linda were cooking for Raymond Blanc. For starters, Aid served a goose egg, which he's only made once before, and Linda did crab, which he's only made every single day since she's got here.
Oh, why isn't that on? Why isn't that on? I don't understand that oven. Don't understand how that oven works. My main course was a rack of lamb and try and recreate my red currant and red wine sauce.
For my main, I made a salmon with an oriental sauce, which I called soy sauce, olive oil, a little ginger, a little garlic, and a little lemon.
The only really good thing about the entire challenge, for me, performance-wise, was that I really have learned how to cook meat properly. I had my lamb ready and my lovely potatoes and peas and mint and butter, and it looked gorgeous. It looked absolutely gorgeous. And I thought, just got to put the sauce on and get out there. Put the sauce on, it was a disaster. Just looked horrible all of a sudden. Looked like some kid had had some accident with jam.
It looks a bit like the blood of Christ, no? It's very strong, very red vermilion. Obviously, it seemed to be.
Well, I think it looks quite violent, all those burns, all that blood.
What maybe you shouldn't have done, okay, Adrien, is to pour your sauce over the perfectly cooked lamb.
It looked so good a minute ago.
Yeah. See, rather than around.
And then I made the gross error in Raymond's book of pouring too much sauce over the lamb so that you couldn't see how brilliant the lamb was, and the lamb was the best thing I'd done.
Don't hide the beauty.
Where should I put it?
On the side, just on the side here. You've got this wonderful look.
Yeah.
Pink, pink, beautiful. That's better, voila.
Blood all over the place. Blood and bones. That's what it looked like.
Very nicely cooked. Okay. The jus, the red wine jus, is a little bit too fruity. So it's a bit overwhelming for the lamb.
I was heartbroken.
I was apprehensive. I didn't like the way the appetizer turned out. And so I really wanted to do something very nice for the main course.
Very nice. Nice and flaky. The flakes are not overcooked because there's a lovely shine to it. It's not dry. Lovely flavor.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Lovely,
You're
lovely
very
lunch.
generous.
Thank you, Linda.
That's
Thank
Linda.
you. But he was quite a gentleman.
Linda, Aid.
Yes.
Raymond. A very simple question, but a very tough decision. Who cooked the best lunch?
Before I say who cooks the best lunch, I would like to say what was my best starter. My best starter was yours, Adrian. It was lovely, well-balanced, great textures and colors. But the best main course, I must tell you, Linda, yours, by far were the best. Both Marco and I liked very much the cooking of the salmon. The simple use of soy, lime juice, ginger was very fresh, very spicy. Overall, for both Marco and myself, the winner is Linda.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, Linda. Well done, Aid.
Very lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank
It
you.
was lovely food. For
I'm
both of you,
pleased to
but
serve
you had the edge, Linda.
Absolutely beyond thrilled to have had such a nice compliment from such a great man as Raymond.
And can I just say, it was a tough decision.
In my opinion, they got it all the wrong way round. Raymond said my starter was the best, but I tasted Linda's and her starter was delicious. And then he said that Linda's mains was the best, but actually mine was, in my opinion. So I think they were completely perverse.
They know nothing. Thank goodness they're not choosing tonight's winner. You are, and the lines are still open. Here's a quick reminder of the numbers. To vote for Aid, call 090 16 16 18 01. And for Linda to win, it's 090 16 16 18 03. As Aid and Linda prepared to face their final service, they received some rather bad news. Marco had made other plans. Now, he wasn't washing his hair, don't be ridiculous. It's not a leap year.
Dear Aid and Linda, tonight the restaurant will be split in two. Aid, you will be responsible for one half, and Linda, you will be responsible for the other.
Oh, my God.
You may each choose two celebrities who have been sacked from Hell's Kitchen to cook with you tonight. It was kind of hard to do the splitting up of the people because Bruce is the obvious choice for either team. Bruce and Grant are both good at heavy work.
Aid was quite the gentleman and said I could go first. Okay, I'll take Bruce.
I chose Naomi and Danielle because Naomi knows all about meat and spuds. Danielle knows everything about dressing. I'm sure we can handle the starters.
And I want Bruce and Anthea.
There you are.
My strategy is that I know they're hard workers. I know they'll deliver really well for me.
This evening, we have 72 customers, 20 tables. The kitchen is split into two, the yellow team, the red team. I am not here this evening. You're on your own. So think about everything you've seen, everything you've been taught. Remember, this is a competition. You were the obvious finalists. Now, should we bring your team members in?
Please come very quickly.
Thank you, darling.
Straight back in.
Fine, I'm glad you asked me. Yes. Oh, God, it's sad.
Well, dear.